Hey everybody, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Today is a binder swap out day. We're going to move from one of these old Ultra Pros from set into our lovely Vaultx binders. So, just a random color. I don't even remember why I picked this one, but next set that needs to get transferred out of those is the Evolving Skies. So, go ahead and slide this puppy out of its. It's an interesting color for Evolving Skies. I'd considered using this one for my Shrouded flavor and then using that darker green for the Evolving Skies, but that was already in the binder. All right. First thing I was doing is get these little sheets out. There's one in the front, middle, and the back. And this is their new neon green line that they came out with not too long ago. All right, so pretty. And then we have our Evolving Skies, and we're gonna go ahead and verify our inventory as we go. So we're gonna go ahead and open up our Pikmin. If I can find my... All right, so we'll go ahead and slide this over here. And of course, all my notifications for... Everybody's dropping shorts this morning, apparently. All right, so go ahead and open up English, Sword and Shield, Falling Skies. Perfect. All right. Now there's actually quite a bit still missing from this set. According to this, I still need 53 cards to complete this set. So what we do here, we just take a few pages, just lay it down on top, and just verify I have the regular and the reverse, slide it in its slot, verify that up there. This one, I don't have the reverse of the hop bip yet. Now going from a 9 pocket to a 12 pocket, our pages are going to get off. So that one, yes, I have both. This one, the hollow and the reverse. I always put the reverse on top and the regular or the hollow, depending on what it is. Oh, wow, that's got a roller line down it. Right down there. 2 of them. Interesting. So, I don't sleeve the regulars, just the hollows, the reverses. And so, now here's the other thing. Inside the 9 pocket, I kind of doubled up on a couple of these. I will not do that in the 12. I'll put one here. This will get put over here for now. And then at the back of the binder is where I'll put all the dupes and everything. So, look at that card. That's a cool Leafeon. I like that one. And then, last but not least, we'll go ahead and just, we'll leave that. Yeah, we'll set that to 1. And we'll correct it when we do our dupes in the back. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put this face down so that they're in order once I get that far. This is where it gets a little trickier. Now, here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move the ETB Energies, my sleeves up over here. My open pack of sleeves, in case I need some for this, up there. We're going to slide this over a little bit further so these guys can be side by side freely. All right. So 8, 9, 10. Make sure we're right where we're supposed to be. Lilligant. Yep, I got both of those. Yep. Whew. All right, so first page. Oddly enough, I do not have the regular Trevenant V. Now we're going to bring this up over closer again. but I have the VMAX, so that slot will stay vacant. Oh, hold on a second, let's look at this guy again. Take a look at that one. It's interesting. I noticed that in Evolving Skies, there's a lot of like the swirling effect going on around all the cards. What's this thing? Is that part of the... Yeah, that's part of the card, okay. Texturing back then was a little bit better than it is now, but I'm actually kind of curious what the Japanese cards in that of this set are like as far as texture. Okay, so that's 15, 16. Okay, good. All right. Applin. All right, and then we start into our fire type, which that's a really good Flareon. I gotta say, of the Evolutions, Flareon I like just because he always seems to have this really cute face, but I'm guessing as a fire Pokemon, not terribly friendly when he's in fighting mode. Now see, this is why I keep sleeves ready, because that should have been sleeved this whole time. It's a hollow. 19, okay. Oh. This is a result of early. Before I had any binder etiquette. Ugh, that's horrible. Half this stuff doesn't have sleeves. So we get to sleeve them all up now. Make sure everybody's all taken care of. All right, where are we at? Should I be 20? 21. Oh, let's get some a little bit better light. We'll turn that up a little bit. There we go. I only had one of my lights on. I'll turn the other one on. I think what it was is when I got these cards, I didn't have any sleeves at the time. Now I keep like about 1,000 of them at any given time. So we don't have this problem anymore. Oh, hold on. We're off somewhere. That's 20. That's 22. All right, so we didn't have 21. What was 21? It's 18, 19, 20, the Victini. Oh, the Volcana V we don't have. Okay, so we gotta slide these over one. Yeah, if you end a row in a number that's not a multiple of 4, you've done something wrong. You need to double check. All right, cool. So Psyduck, we do not have the reverse of yet. Oop, come on, thank you. All right, slide you down because we're about to have to flip. Just move on down. We're about to have a couple of gaps, I'm guessing. 5, 26, 27. Oh, I actually have a lot of these. Cool. Put you there. Put you there. What'll probably go in this binder, this one that we're emptying, probably Heatwave Arena. Probably go in this binder once it's empty. All right, so I don't have the Vaporeon, so that would have gone here, and then this guy goes here, so he should be. Let's see. 24, 28, 32, 31. 31? Cool, perfect. And I'll show you how I do the dupes in the back when we get that far. Right now, just kind of sliding everything over. Okay, don't have the reverse of him. I need, and see, now I'm back to where I have them sleeved. So it's just, at some point, I didn't have or didn't know any better. Ooh, we're coming up on the Bro Rips community's favorite card in any set. Okay. So we do have the reverse. Not of that, not of that. Okay. Flip you over. Slide you over here. Look at the look on his face. He's like, oh my God, what are all these hooks? Get them away. Excuse me. My Vaultx. And everybody's favorite, our friendly neighborhood love disc. Which I have both of. Okay, now this one I got a few of. Now, this is, pretty sure this is the 2023 holiday candle. Calendar. Ugh, Advent calendar. And then this is the regular. Now those two both will go in the slot because it's a variant, and we got to verify that we have that in here. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm messing something up here. Hold on a second. I gotta go back and check something. I want to make sure that all the hits I only show one of until I get to the back and I add in. Okay, perfect. And they did the same for this set. And I keep them in their packaging, so they don't get a sleeve necessarily. Variants go back behind the main. Okay, and we continue on. Tempo. So like this one also had a holiday version. That goes in the back. They all slide in there. The slots are plenty large enough, especially when I use exact fits, so there's no worry about any of that. They slide in smooth. I actually like having multiple cards in a slot because without, they tend to move around inside the slot. And these newer ones, not so bad. Some of these older ones. Okay. What number are you? 46%? Yep. On track. Well, I'm going to be doing another video right after this one because I actually have my Surging Sparks binder to transfer into as well. That'll be a fun one. Oh no, I don't have the hollow of this one. I do not. Okay. But I do have the Trick or Trade. I actually was thinking about getting a a regular 9 pocket of this and putting all 3 of the Trick or Trade ears in it. So I kind of want to have that one separate. Let's see, reversing. Raichu. All right, we need to move you down. Excuse me. All right, Raichu. Okay. Look at that Jolteon. He's just so electric. All right. $52. Mareep. But it says I do not have the hollow of Mareep. That is correct. All right. Interesting. There's multiples. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Because I actually have a play stamped version of the Flaffy. That's nice. Whenever I can get a unique, like the play stamp cards, those are fun to get. Whew. It's an interesting artwork, huh? Is he flying over that church? That's what it looks like. Or is he falling? He looks concerned. I'm afraid he's falling. So what am I missing here? There's a card missing. Okay, so the Vaultx V. I have the V Max, but not the V. I actually have 3 of them. But 1 will go in the slot, the other 2 will go into the back of the binder. But that's an open slot. Yep, okay. So there's the reverse hollow. There's the regular hollow. And then there's the cosmic. Can't really see the cosmic all that. Oh, there it is. So, and again, that's technically considered a variant, so it goes in the back of the stack. And now we're on to Psychic. I feel drowsy. Do not have the hollow of him. Oop, wrong binder. Worst thing I ever did. I completed an entire binder. And I get done. And I'm getting ready to put, close it up. And I don't know what made me think about it, but I went back to the front and kind of went through it all to look at it again. I had missed the second page in the front of the binder. And so I had to move everything forward. So, let's make sure we didn't do that. It looks like we're okay. Huh. Those are should be some pretty common cards. We might go hunting for those someday soon. Just so the front of the binder at least looks complete. Okay, Espeon V. And all you Espeon fans out there. Okay, nothing special. Let's go on the back. Put the one up there. Interesting. Okay, cool. Whoa, Buffett. Huh. Do you see him? He's right there. What is he doing there? It's like these 2 little eyes grabbing onto his tail. Interesting. So is that part of him, or is that... What does it say down here? To keep its pitch black tail hidden, it lives quietly in the darkness. It is never first to attack. I wonder if that's a mechanic in the game. Interesting. Doesn't say anything about that on the card, so yeah, other than that. Sableye. He just likes gems. I mean, I don't understand why. Seems like he should be an earth type if he likes gems like that. But, you know. Okay, you. Yep, you. Swobat. 69. Yep, okay, cool. Make sure we didn't slide off and miss a card that we didn't have. Done that before too. Flabébé. Okay, so there's a skip right there. We don't have the, that is the Golurk. I like how they keep on coming up with names for these things that have very wide interpretations of their enunciations. Okay, what's your name? All right, got both of those. All right, here we go. For all you Sylveon fans out there, there's the Sylveon V. Got a couple extras of those. And this one's a nice looking card. The VMAX. Now look at, I tell you what. I like how everybody says, oh, the Sylveon, she's so cute. I want you to look at those. See them? Sylveon is a vampire. I'm just saying. Okay? And she's, look at that face. She is mean. She got these tentacles that play off as bows. That'll grab you and pull you in. That's it. You're done. And of course, you know, you get into the psychic type, there's a lot of the trick or trade because they're, I mean, it's a pumpkin. Now, something I also like, I like how there's like these different, of course, there's these different artworks and everything, but so there's the claymation types. There's a bunch of those. Yuka Mori? Yeah, Yuka Mori. It's the artist on those. Kind of curious. I have a... Someday I'd almost like to take some of my extras and build a binder of just the claymations, and then I want to build a binder of all the crochet versions, because those are neat too. Another trick or trade. The camera angle's horrible. There we go. Well, that goes in the back. So, there we go. Row. 77? Yeah, that's right. Look, cutie fly. Of course, now with Journey Together out, Cutie Fly and Rabombe are the stars of the show, or at least one of them. Rabombe. Okay, no hollow and a hollow. Okay, good. Alright, so we got the reverse, the hollow, and then the hollow trick or trade for number 80. So there's 203 cards in the main set, so we're not really all that far along. 81, which would be a multiple of 9, which means it's... This page is nice and complete. The Medicham V. Is it me or does the Medicham have a pacifier in its mouth? That's what it looks like, right? That's funny. What is coming up out of the dirt back here? It looks like it has eyes. I wonder if that's a Hippowdon, or if it's another one of him coming up out of the dust. It's weird. 84. And we're swinging over to the next page. So let's toot you back in. So much a very different color. You can really tell the difference between the hollows and the non-hollows in the fighting energies. All right, we're making progress here. Let's see. It says I don't have the hollow of that one. Nope, I do not. Okay, cool. Make sure that my inventories are correct, at least as far as having or not having the hollows in each of the cards. I do have a, looks like I'm missing a Lycanroc VMAX coming up here. Yep. So we got the Lycanroc, which he's kind of cool looking. But the VMAX looks cool, but I don't have them. At least not yet. So we gotta skip that spot. Move to that spot. Coordinate tells me I'm okay, do not. Cool. For all you Umbreon fans. See, again with the swirling. I don't know what that's all about. Ooh, but look at that guy. He's really neat too, huh? Oh, excuse me. Outstanding. Nuzleaf. Okay, don't have the hollow him yet. If y'all see any gaps in my collection that you know, you can feel free to send them to me. I wouldn't complain, but I will get them myself eventually. Like, missing the reverses is a little annoying. Actual gaps, that's very annoying. Especially in the main sets. But I didn't start collecting until well after Evolving Skies had been and gone. Although I did get a couple of ETBs when they were on a reprint. Ooh, Garbodor. That's a really gross one. is happening to that poor guy? He ate something that did not agree. Now it's coming out of all kinds of places. You. Now, ooh, wow. Got a few of them, don't I? Make sure our inventory numbers are correct. Perfect. Excuse me. It's oak pollen season, so I am suffering for it. It's not making any. Yep, okay, reverse you. It's having its fun with me. Evil. Okay, so we'll show it off because we know everybody loves it. There's the Altaria. Oh, what the heck was that all about? All right. Do you think Altaria actually has wings, or they're just clouds wrapped around a regular body? Interesting. I'd have to look at more cards closer. Let's see. On sunny days, it flies freely through the sky and blends into the clouds. It sings in a beautiful soprano. Very nice. So majestic. I didn't know any better. It's like a really weird version of Yoshi. You know what I mean? So, it's called Shelgon, but it seems to have some sort of shell on it. What does it say? Shelgon lives deep within caves. It stays shut up in the hard shell, dreaming of the day it will be able to fly. Which it's a... That's the evolution of Bagon. What's interesting? Oh. Well, isn't that an interesting? Because someday it does learn to fly. Because it evolves into Salamence. That's cool. I'm happy for you guys. You get to be Salamence. Isn't that sweet? So his dreams come true. All right, oh, here we go. The Dragon of Dragons, the Rayquaza. Make sure we're on the right one. 9, 10, okay. Whew. Dialga. Make sure we're on the right page here. Okay. You go down one. I did go to, some of these numbers are going to be a little off on the pull cards because I did go to the Atlanta Collect Con and I traded in some of my collection to trade for more stuff. Allowed me to complete a couple of sets. So, Leos, both those, okay. So you are 13, 14, 16. Okay, but you have 15, good. Hydreigon, okay. Oh. I need this card, but I don't. Well, this is just a little dollar card, so I should be able to pick it up somewhere. And we got Card Party coming up. Might be able to trade for some of this stuff there. Zygarde. Drampa. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's the Noivern's spot. You go there. So, I'll have to have somebody that plays the game, because there's a Noivern V in this set, but there's no Noibat. So how do you get to Noivern? Can you just play him without evolving him? I mean, it doesn't call him anything. It calls him a basic, but I thought Noivern had to evolve from Noibat. It's different. Interesting. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong line. Because they're not even, that's not even there. We'll pull them up. Oh no, he's just all by himself. Oh, yeah. Noivern is a flying dragon type Pokemon from the Kalos region. It evolves from Noibat after being fed 400 candies. That's a lot of candy. 120. Interesting. So Evolving Skies got to skip that process, I guess. Appleton. Well, that's a different looking one. Interesting. Look at that Appleton. He looks like he's in pie format. He's got the little glazed parts on the top of a pie. And he looks like he just... Oh, he's spraying his... So that must be the sauce from the apple pie. He's spitting on you. That would burn. If that was freshly cooked, whew, that'd burn really good. All right. Okay, Duraludon's next. I wouldn't want to be on that building, sure, when it decided it was going to move. And then Duraludon VMAX, which is definitely a big old building. That's weird to me. A building. Okay, so this is a different situation. Let's see what I got here. Huh. Because it says I don't have this card. But that's the holo right there. So I do have this one. See, this is where the inventories get off. But I say I have two of the Cosmic, which is just this one. I can see it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, yeah, they're both Cosmics. Never mind. I do not have this card. I just have two of the variant. I have to resolve that soon. Now, I really like this Pokemon. Teddiursa. It just baffles me that that little cute guy turns into that big brute. That's craziness. All right. Oh, so in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing with the computer in the inventory, we'll just kind of slide over. So this is my Pikmin inventory. Website's called Pikmin.gg. Love this. Within the past month, they added all the Japanese sets too, so now I can catalog it allows you to check a card. You can add the number of normals, so I can track all my bulk as well as the normal cards. And then has a direct link to TCG Player, so you can look up the stats, market price, all that fun stuff. And so this is how I track my collection. And then you can share it with your friends, so they can look at your collection too if you invite them to. So it's a really good tool. Huh. I only have the reverse of Zygarde. So on this front page here, you can see if it's purple, well, you can't really see it all that well, but so the purple line here, that's hollows are denoted by purple, reverses are blue, your regular cards are yellow. Since pulls are considered hollows, they're purple. In like the set, like I'll get back to the binders. In the sets like Prismatic Evolutions, they actually have, it's yellow for the regular card, blue for the hollow, then you have red for the Pokeball, and kind of a pink for the Master Ball. And so there'll be 4 actual little squares down. Like, see it a little bit in the corner though. So the little squares at the bottom here, there'll be 4 of them across, and you can check them off as you fulfill them. So I just use this so I can verify that. So if I have my yellow and my blue square checked, I know, okay, I should have the reverse and the regular. If I only have, but like this Smeargle, I only show a blue check mark, and that's right, all I have is the hollow. I don't have the regular of this card. So I verified my inventory. Make sure that I'm tracking it properly. So I always verify everything as I'm transferring over, just to make sure I didn't put a card in, or I took one out and didn't put it back. Whatever the case may be. Where am I? Right there. Okay. Cool. So that's what I'm doing with that. I always like to verify it whenever I'm in here. I just kind of slide down as I go. Now, like, some of these have large numbers. That's just because within my bulk over here that are in the ETBs, I do have that many cards of it. So I actually have tracked every single card I have for the set. And they're in the same order in here as they are in there. And then to make it easier to find, I put dividers between each of the types. So like dragon type, then I'll put a divider, then the next type. So, yeah, so, you know, the ones from the ETBs, I'll put these in between each of the different energy types. See, 33, 34. Oops. I lost my mind. I was putting it right back in the same binder. Yep. All right. And 35. All right, hold on a second. All right. Next page. Cool. Go ahead and slide you up. Should have taken the playmat off. Make this easier. 136. So we're still on our multiples of 4. We're getting towards the meat of the set now. My cat keeps on trying to come in here and mess things up. Braviary. Cool. And the other thing is that it's a lot easier to look at the card on here than it is the card itself, because now I can read because it does have, when you bring it up, that's a big version of it now. So I can read because this Pokemon is hot-headed and belligerent, it's Corviknight that's taken the role of transportation in Galar. Okay. So, apparently, they don't use him to ride on. Probably a good thing. See the talons on him? Whew. Look at this. He is not very nice looking. Looks angry. See how it says there? Because this Pokemon is hot-headed. I like those little stories they put down in the bottom corners. Those are interesting little factoids of the Pokemon. And almost they almost all have something down there. So I'm not going to read them all because some of them are funny. So I'll let you all read them yourselves. It's a lot more fun that way. Just take the time someday and just kind of go through your collection and read some of those. And we're to our trainers. The Aroma Lady. I wonder what her name is. I'm sure some of y'all out there know who she actually is. I don't play. I haven't really watched any of the shows, so I'm not all that familiar with most of the characters or the roles they play. I've only seen a handful of the original series episodes. Let's see, 144, 46, okay. Verify our cards here. Talonflame, Aroma Lady, both, just the one, yep, both, digging, wait a minute, oh yeah, then Dream Ball, both, just the one that was the top edge, perfect, both the full base card, Gordy. Gordy seems like an interesting character to me. Hold on. Hollow makes it harder to read it. Oh, not really much of a story. But his powers, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of energy cards you find there and put them into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back. But this card's out of rotation. As a matter of fact, as of this month, no Sword and Shield cards are playable anymore. They were all, the last of them were cycled out in the last rotation. We are solidly 100% Scarlet Violet era in the tournament now. Lucky Ice Pop. Huh. Oh, here you go. That's one of the things that was, is you have the scrolls in Evolving Skies. Getting there, almost there. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting there. Because now we're going to get to the part of the binder where I have a lot of gaps, as you can imagine with Evolving Skies. All Woohoo. And the method I use for this is the same in all my binders, if you can see them back there. I came up with a method that I like. It makes it easy for me to find what I'm looking for. And so, by the way, if you all end up growing a rather large collection, I do recommend getting one of these. This one I got at Sam's Club for like 20-something. Came with one of the tapes, so that way, when you put cards into ETBs, or however you catalog them, you can label them so you can find what you're looking for. And then I put them in order by the date the set was released, of course, on my shelves. 161, getting close. All right, I have both of all the rest of these on this aisle. Now, one thing with Pikmin is you can buy a membership with them. It's like, if you catch one of their sales, it's like 25 bucks a year, which is really cool. I haven't done it yet. I need to. Because then, okay, here we are. 165. Yep. Okay, now we're to the meat. All right, so we got, now we could look at these cards a little better. But, because then you do binder views. You can actually select the type of binder you have. That way, when you're going through the pages, it shows you how it should look in your binder. So it makes it easier to say, hey, that's not where it's supposed to be. All right, so that was 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. $71. Oh, what am I doing? You guys want to see these, don't you? Some of the full arts and the art rares and all that fun jazz. Vaultx, Corona. And then, of course, the meanie himself, Fluke Worm Boy. And that's literally what he is. He's like a giant fluke worm. That's what he looks like, at least. So, okay, come on. Don't play like that. Most of these I just have singles of. Sweet Cune. You know, with that on his head like that, does he look a little bit like a walking wake? Huh. Okay. When this doesn't lay down, it does this, and I can't get the card out. All right. Glaceon V. That's an awesome card. Glaceon. Why does that feel weird, though? Well, that one's really nice. Whew. If it wasn't the only one I had from my binder, I'd grade that in a minute. No, this one, not so much. Arctivish. See how heavy he is on this side compared to this one? It's also top heavy versus the just slightly on that top to bottom. But it doesn't matter, he's binder. Unless something comes along to replace him, he is there permanently. Jolteon. Yeah, I'm probably a weird one on that, but my binder becomes before slabs. Always. And then you hear these people that talk about, oh, well, you can grade it and just put a card in there that says, oh, it's a slab. No. I want to see every card when I flip through my binder. Dracozolt. Just 77.78. That's 82, so you're the next page. Interesting. That's a lot different than the one that I saw up front. But that's my... it makes me think, I don't remember the set off the top of my head, but the timber. How he's carrying those logs on that rooftop. He's gonna go right there. 82. Y'all gonna like these next couple of cards. Especially you Sylveon fans. Sylveon really wanted some muffins. So if you look, there's one on each of the little ribbons and in her hands. It's either that or they were falling from a higher shelf. She's trying to catch them all so they don't fall on the ground. That's the other possibility with that. Like when a cat jumps up on the counter and knocks everything over. She's like, no, no. It catches them all. That's pretty cool. Interesting. That goes right there. Goes there. 83, 84, 85, 86, yep. And then Metacham again. We're almost there. We don't have a lot in the back here, so. Ooh, here's a pretty one. What do y'all think about that guy? Dragonite. Okay, so what was that number? 6. Sorry. That was 91. 293. Yeah, this is where it's a little more sparse. 4, 95, 96, 97. And we got our trainers. Interesting. See, looking at this one, Duraludon is human-sized, but let's see, they don't have the stats on it in here. It's a good texture on that, though. 98. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's the 2 Duraludons in a row. One by himself, one with the trainer. 97 and 98. And then our friend, the copycat, at 200. And there's Gordy again. It's like a fat Clive. 202. Three. I'm kind of curious what y'all think about rainbow cards from the old days. I wasn't a huge fan just because it seemed to cover up the artwork. Got no color. At least not the colors it's supposed to be. Let's see, you are 206, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, this is going to be really spread out. All right. Hold on a second. Let me go get something here. Okay. We got 206, and this one is 216. Like I said, really big gaps. Look at the Garbodor VMAX in the rainbow. Darn cat, I swear. Managed to get the door open somehow or another. All right. So that's 8, 12, 16 right there. All right. And we got somehow 2 of the Roma ladies. So 16, 20, 21. Four, 25, right? Yep. And then our friendly neighborhood Frostless, which goes right there. And that's the only gold card I have. All right, so let's finish clearing out this binder now. Make sure everything's clear. Perfect. Now we have an empty binder. We can clear this off here. Because that's going to change. So this is how I label them so I could see them from the end. So I put the sit and then its number of regular cards, if you want to call them that. But now it's not that anymore. Go with my stack of empty binders. Now, the next part. Excuse me. Finish cleaning up the inventory here real quick. Now the question is do I have enough room to do this properly in this binder? Probably not. All right, so let's take a look. I got to get a count of how many hollows there are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Oh, wow. I can guarantee you I can't do this right. So there are 100 hits in this Evolving Skies as a set. Actually, you know what? I might be able to do this now that I think about it. So this is the middle of the binder. So how I normally do this is that each hit has 2 slots in the back of the binder for dupes. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So I got a room for 120 cards in this like that, so I do have enough room for this. Perfect. So these are the dupes. Okay. So now we go back to the top. All right. So Leafeon actually is number 1. So we would go there. Leafeon VMAX, Trevenant VMAX, Flareon, Volcarona, which I don't have any dupes of those yet, but I don't like to fill in their spots. Okay, so then you would go there. VMAX, Vaporeon, Suicune. All right. So then the next one's Glaceon. That's you. Glaceon VMAX. Yep. Arcovitch. Jolteon. Trachozolt. Jolt VMAX. And that way. And these things will typically hold, if they're in normal sleeves, it'll hold like 4 before it starts stretching out the, but in exact fits, it can hold up to 6 and not stretch it out. So, which is what all my cards are in. I love my exact fits. As you can tell by the, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1,000 there, plus the ones here. So, all right, Trachozolt, where are you hiding? There. Okay, so Espeon VMAX. Golurk. Sylveon V. Sylveon VMAX. Minichan. Lycanroc VMAX. Umbreon VMAX. Garbodor VMAX. Rayquaza VMAX. Noivern, Duraludon V. Duraludon VMAX. So, okay, then we have, this is going to take a while to get to this guy. Because now we're into the secret rares. Alright, so we got Leafeon, Trevenant, Flareon, Volcarona, Gyarados, Vaporeon, Suicune, Glaceon, Arctovitch, Jolteon, Trachozolt, Espeon, Golurk, Sylveon, Medicham, Lycanroc, Umbreon, Garbodor, Dragonite, Rayquaza, Noivern, Duraludon. We're getting close. Yep, here we are. Duraludon. Aroma Lady, Copycat. Gordy, Raihan, Zinnia's Resolve, Leafeon, Trevant, Gyarados, Glaceon, Drexel, Sylveon, Lycanroc, Umbreon, that's the big guy right there, the Moon Bunny, Garbodor, Quasar, Duraludon, Aroma Lady, Copycat, Gordy, and Rion. And there we go. Everybody. Now, wait a minute. What are you doing here? Stuff like this can go in the very back. So I usually, which is not very far, skip to the back and just find a nice empty spot to slide them into. Let's see here. If that's Rihan, Zinnia, Frostless, Inteleon. Wow. Cresselia, Boot Shake, Crystal Cave, Full Face Guard, Stormy Mountain, Toy Catcher, Turffield Stadium, Electric, Dark, Steel Energy. So that would end here, and all this is open for stuff that doesn't have a home necessarily. Yep. Total of 237 cards in the set, of which 100 are... How did anybody finish this set? It's insane. It's like how I feel about the, oh, I need to get back for this guy. Where'd the Glaceon go? There you are. Yep. It's like how I feel about the Japanese 151. If you can only get one Master Ball out of every box, and there's like, it's like 150. I think somebody said the total was 110 or so Master Balls, which means you'd have to buy 110 boxes, assuming you got 0 duplicates. Craziness. So, there is now my Evolving Skies binder. Already ready to go. So thanks for watching, y'all. That was fun. Hope you enjoyed. Probably kind of a little boring for some of y'all. Some of you are like, ooh, that's kind of cool how he does that. Or, that's the stupidest way to do that. Whichever you wish. Everybody has their way. That's mine. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like and subscribe down below. And I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for coming. Bye.